Sorry, I had to look at something. Look at all them weird statues lined up here. This place looks pretty roughed up, too. Donna, where's the bridge go? Huh? Oh, this bridge continues east out of the capital. If you stay on it, it will take you all the way to Baja Tower. Hopefully we can find information about the oceanist there. Oh yeah, that word, that it might be pronounced with a K or something, for some reason. Guess we better cross this bridge then. May I ask you a question, Donna? I noticed that all the buildings in the capital are rather large. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned something about it earlier. How the windows are placed too high and the steps of the stairs are too wide. Oh, that. I think we Eternians were taller on average compared to you. Huh? You're rather tall for a woman. Actually, I was considered very short by Eternian standards. Everyone towered over me. What? Is that true at all? Me as the player, according to the dreams? Yes. Sounds about right. That's surprising, but I suppose it explains the size of these buildings. They just get their growth spurts really early back in Eternia. Back in the Eternian days. I'm just sure this one here, so this is really inconvenient. You haven't hit your growth spurt yet, Squirt. As long as you eat a lot and sleep a lot, you'll be taller in no time. That's not how growth works. Really? I hope I get an hourglass figure like the ones I've seen in my books. What books are you reading? I don't know about all that, but it's true that kids need plenty of food and sleep. People do too. I can understand kids needing it especially, but so do just humans in general. This door can only be opened with essence. I see, it appears to be a measure reserved for important facilities. Yeah, you're right. I should be able to open it. Please give me a moment. Dude, I'm actually really pumped to go inside this tower because the way they build it up, like, oh, we're gonna get some lore on the primordials. Really excited. Seems to have worked. Let's keep going. Also, we're finally gonna we're working on getting our revenge, like the primordial that sunk the Lombardia. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Ba-ba-bum. Toll Highway. Yo, Toval? I'm playing Cold Steel 2 now. Looks like we're out of town. Look at that huge tower, Adol. Oh, is that Tales of Hearts' high tower? That's Baja Tower. I'm relieved it's still standing, even if it's leaning quite a bit. So that's where your people conducted research on primordials. Yes, but our research on essence was actually far more fruitful. You mentioned that you opened that door earlier using essence. According to Adol, essence is almost like some sort of mystical power. Using essence allows you to manipulate the order of things to produce various phenomena. With it, you can read air currents, control fire and water, even see visions of the future. You can also, like, make stuff. Power of essence is what allowed the Kingdom of Eternia to flourish in the first place. I can't believe a power like that actually exists. Yeah, dude, I didn't know you could make paper with it, but Donna from the past proved it to us. You saw a moving statue. Was that because of essence too? You mean the guardian statue at the temple? Yeah, the statue was animated by essence. Some objects in the capital may even be animated due to the essence they contain. You're blowing my mind here. What should we do, Adol? We come this far, might as well head to the tower. Why would we go back? The area surrounding the tower has changed drastically since my time. We'll need to go around and approach the tower from the north. Okay, so, like, we all know that...
Part of the overland trade route. It used to lead to foreign lands, as well as smaller towns and harbors. That must have been a long time ago. This place is a deserted island now.
I wanted to see it with my own eyes. Phooey.
Phooey. So, like, we know that this is, like, I mean, they didn't say anything about Donna yet, but that was Donna in the past, clearly having the dream sequences, and now Donna's here. And she even said her time back then. I'm really looking forward to seeing, like, specifically exactly what happened, like how exactly Donna ended up at that tree. Really looking forward to that. That's gonna be exciting. I was gonna say something. One day you'll grow into a supernova? How dare you? I'm already a supernova. Don't limit my capabilities. Plus, I am in the process of a plan that will cause the biggest Big Bang in all the galaxy. It's a plan in the works. The world is a tough nut to crack. You'll die? I do like this Zentipede design. That looks cool. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. Like, obviously, like, this is Donna, like, probably from the past. Like, that's the only way I see this going about. Donna somehow, like, something happened in the past that led her to being in that tree and then she woke up. But, like, I'm really looking forward to seeing what leads up to that, specifically. That's gonna be exciting. I love this Death Bomb attack with Sahad. Hey, dude. Dang it, my guard was too late. But I killed you, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, what a lab we have here. Dude, I love the primordial designs. Bum. Dang it, that went over my head, so I didn't get to guard. Good job, Donna. These things are dying like really quick, which is surprising.
There's something there.
Thanks a lot, Rock, getting in my way. How dare you?
Take this. Take this. Slow down a little.
Not here.
Dang it. I hate switching to a character and then they suddenly die. You have a lot of revival items, so I don't mind having to get some going. Beautiful. Good level restore for Sahad. Is that all? So I'm now vibing with Donna. I've always liked Donna's playstyle. Her normal attack takes a bit to get used to. I didn't really like the... I don't know how to explain it. I didn't really like her normal attack all that much, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, but I'm vibing with her gameplay a lot more. And her moves are a lot of fun. Archaeozoic Chasm. What a view this is. Yo, I dare someone to alley-oop down there. You'll survive. No doubt.
Everyone, look!
That's the chasm in the sea, what we saw from Gendarme. Whoa! Water splashing all the way up here.
What was that sound effect? Yo, Sahad's voice actor is pretty great.
What an incredible view. Seawater is pouring down that chasm like a waterfall.
What is this place, Donna? What's wrong?
We're gonna have a thing.
You okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. Donna, don't push yourself. It's okay. I'm all right now.
What happened?
When I saw that chasm, my head just suddenly started hurting. But why? I should know what this place is. And I try to remember. Adol, Perhaps this chasm holds some significance for Donna. But if we stay here, I fear that it might put too much mental strain on her. Let's leave this place for now.
That's a really nice view. I love this.
I can't remember anything.
Donna.
She's in so much pain. I'm hurting just looking at her. Let's get out of here.
I honestly didn't use Sahad much because I didn't care for him as a character. Sahad's like an easy least favorite for me. I don't hate Sahad. Sahad's like, he's fine. I don't really hate Sahad, but I'm not like, oh, I love Sahad. He goes from like meh to like fine, like okay, you know? He's like an easy least favorite for me. Like, he's my least favorite. I can easily say that. Like, I don't even have to finish the game. He's probably gonna be my least favorite for the whole game. I don't hate him though. He's neat. He's got his moments, which his moments aren't like, oh my word, he's really good and really great, but not a terrible character. Oh, that shoots a little bit. I can't really say a favorite. I said this last time, but I can't really give a favorite yet. I can see myself saying like Hummel. Or not Hummel, Hummel's actually pretty cool, but probably Donna. I'm just interested to see what they do with Donna. I can't really say I have a favorite yet. It's too soon. I mean, Hummel's pretty cool. I definitely don't hate any of the characters. But I wouldn't say I love any of them, like, a lot yet. Donna seems interesting, though, so Donna might just be my favorite so far.
Leave it to me. I see something.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Donna seems like the one that's like, when it comes to the plot, she seems to be the main focus. Which isn't really a bad thing. But the plot is really just like, you know, we're trying to get off the island, so it's not really as character focused other than Donna. At least so far. Like Loxia, I guess Rakota a little bit because she's like on the island, but like Loxia, Sahad, Hummel, Adol's silent, so I don't really count them. They're kind of just like, you know, they're the castaways, they're trying to get off the island. They don't really get like story focused, but they're still like a central part of the game because they're castaways trying to get off the island. Point is, I like the direction the story's taking though.
I see something.
So far. I hope it keeps. I'm too good. Be gone, Centipede. I think that was your name.
Hey, you all right? Leave it to me.
There's a hottest super powerful, which of course he is. But that depth palm move does so much. I am Hummel. Annihilation! But yeah, the story, like, it seems just hard. Like, when it comes to the story, it focuses a lot on Donna. So Donna might just end up being, like, the focus. That's not really to say that the characters aren't going to get their moments, because they kind of do. Chemistry between them is pretty neat. Like, the camp scenes are nice. That scene where they made a family because Rakota never really had a family, that was nice. Like, the characters are good, but they're not really like, you know, they haven't really had like defining like well, Loxia kind of did because she used to be like, excuse my language, but kind of a bitch. And then they had that scene where she talked to Adol, and now she's a lot more likable. We'll see how the game continues. I definitely like the cast. I wouldn't say I love the cast. They're not going to be my favorite cast of all time. It's probably not going to change. But the game is fun and the characters are good. Like, are good. And the story's really interesting. So if you put together like, oh, a really good, interesting story with a good cast, then to me that's a good game. But if you have a great cast, then the story can be not as good. You know my drift? Like, this story's probably better than like Tales of Graces or something. I like Tales of Graces a little more because of the cast, but also Tales of Graces story gets a little bit of a pass because the cast is so good. Like, amazing, the cast. But this game's cast is good, but the story's also interesting, so it kind of balances out in that department. This game tells a good story so far. At the same time, though, I can't say that without finishing the game. But so far, I'm definitely enjoying it. We're at the entrance to the tower, but that boulder's in our way. Looks pretty huge. I don't know if we can move that, even with the whole village helping us out. What's wrong, Loxia? Nothing. It's just that this boulder seems... does this boulder seem strange to you? Actually, it doesn't look like the other boulders around it. It has a weird shape and color, too. Yeah, it does. But how's that help us get inside the tower? Adol, look. Are we gonna have an Ardana segment? Because those are still things that happen. Crystal. Adol, you should be able to use that to see into the past. What are you doing? It's amplifying the essence within the crystal. You'll be able to see what Adol is experiencing. Does that look like a boulder? I mean, that's not completely off the mark. Could they have used a better synonym? Probably, but boulder's not, like, far from the mark. I didn't know you could do it. Do that, words. How exciting. Here we go. Sure, boulder's not, like, the first thing I would say, but... that's not an out of left field synonym. They probably could have came up with something better, though. Why am I with Adol? I thought I was seeing an event from the distant future. Why am I the only one there? So now we're back with past Donna, and that was like a vision or something. Okay, well, to this Donna, it's a vision. Okay. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Really, my thing is, clearly, I just want to know specifically how Donna ended up with Adol. Because clearly, this is the past, and that's the present. So Donna is with Adol, but this is just like the Laguna Dreams. This is like the Laguna sequences in FF8. It's just showing us the past of Donna. So, I'm looking forward to see how this ties together. Maiden, how's the calibration progressing? Words. I had trouble saying that. Odo, it went off without a hitch. Odo? Odo would be O-T-T-O, I think. Some minor adjustments were necessary, but there are no major issues to report. Although knowing E's, the pronunciation could be whack. Brilliantly performed as always. I stand in awe of your skill. I'm sorry to trouble you with this when you're only here on an inspection. No apology necessary. After all, I insisted on helping. Yeah, I just know that I appreciate your help. This facility is integral to supplying essence to the capital, so it's very reassuring to have you here inspecting it, my lady. Will you be returning to the capital once you're done here? No, I just remembered I need to visit Baja Tower next. Ah, the research arm of the kingdom itself. Allow me to accompany you halfway, as I must return to the stupa in the central district. Really? I'd be delighted to walk with you.